Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge.
So here are the characters that are included in Marvel United. You're going to have Captain America, Ant-Man, Wal Mart Exclusive. You're going to have Venom, Black Widow, the Incredible Hulk. You're going to have Iron Man and Captain Marvel. I believe in the Kickstarter version, you're going to have the Wasp instead of Venom, but this is the Wal Mart Exclusive. I'm going to take a look at each of the characters, kind of give you my thoughts about them and see the pros and cons, maybe which bad guys you should use them with. So let's take a look at the Hulk here. You're going to have a heroic action, a punch and a move, and 2 punches here. You're going to have a wild card, which is always nice. You're going to have another move, another 2 punches, another 2 punches, a move. But what's good about this one one's going to particularly work well against a Taskmaster. Deal 1 damage to everything else in this location and discard all of the civilians there. So this move is going to be very important. If you want to beat Taskmaster, I think Hulk is somebody you definitely want to utilize. You're going to have the 2 wild that everybody's going to have. He's going to have another one of those Hulk smash cards that I talked about. He's going to have another one of those heroic actions and another move. So what you're going to find here is a lot of punching, a lot of moving. You got the move and the punch. Not a whole lot of heroic actions from him. But this card, this Hulk card, this Hulk smash, super helpful when you're playing against Taskmaster. So let's take a look at Venomneck. So Venom's got the regeneration. So if he ever gets injured, as you're injured, you're going to be losing cards from your hand. So you might start with 3 cards. When you draw a card, when you turn, you have 4. So basically you have 4 cards on a turn. With him, if you ever get bad, you can play this and regenerate. So that's going to be a move card. I'm just going to put these on top so you can kind of see what cards are coming out. So he has a single punch, which the Hulk does not have. Hulk has 2 punches, and you're going to have a single move. So this single move will be here. And you have a move and a heroic action, which he had a move and a punch. And he will also have a move and a punch there. He's going to have his 2 wild, his regular wild. And it's kind of a unique card that the Hulk didn't have. You're going to have a heroic action and a punch. We didn't see that from the Hulk, right? And then he's going to have this symbiote enhancement. Now, what's important about these cards that are up here, only Venom gets this. So the next player who plays a card will not get this. It's a move and a punch and a punch. So you're seeing more cards that have a little bit of the double act. Now, this one's interesting. This is a tracking one. You can move to any location and punch there, and then gives you an additional punch. That's pretty cool. When you have here, a 2 punch, and then a move and a punch. So you're seeing some punching from Venom, but you're also seeing a lot that only he can activate. So Hulk doesn't have a lot of the things that he has. Where Hulk was a lot of punching, a lot of moving. You're not seeing that from Venom. You're seeing as much, but not being able to share that and being the team player that maybe the Hulk is. So let's dive down to Captain America. You're going to have the double heroic action. We haven't seen that yet from any of the characters. And he's going to have a leadership. So he's going to give a wild card token from the pool to another hero. This is unique to Captain America that he can help the other players out and then also get a punch here. So we're going to have a 1 punch down here. He's going to have a move and a punch. We've seen that from both of the characters. Another double heroic. Okay, we didn't see that from the other characters. You're going to have that leadership again where he gives a wild card to somebody else and a heroic action. That's unique to Captain America. The other one was give a wild card and you get a punch. And he's going to have to give a wild card to somebody and a move. So that's pretty neat coming from Captain America. We're going to have another double heroic action. So he's going to be very high on heavy heroic actions. And a move, just a single move where he can move. We've seen that from both of the characters. A double punch, which we've seen all the characters have that. His wild card. His move and punch, which all the characters have. He has 2 of those. And his wild card. So if you're looking for somebody that needs heroic actions, you want somebody to take those out, he's a very good choice. Plus, he's giving a lot of wild cards around to the other players, which I think is very, very, very useful when you're playing. So Captain America is a really good character, especially with heroic actions and giving other players wilds. So we'll take a look at Iron Man now. Let's see what he has. He can have Stark resources. He can give 2 movement tokens from the pool among any number of heroes. So he's a really good team player, kind of like Captain America was giving movement away instead of wild cards, and then he can punch somebody as you're down. He's going to have a traditional wild if you're playing with that. A single heroic action, which we've seen from the Hulk. He's going to have his double wild that all the characters have. A move and heroic action. Okay, we haven't seen too many of those. A double punch, which so far all the characters have had. A single move, which can be useful. All the characters have had that. The one where you can give out 2 punch tokens from the pool among any number of heroes. So he can give people punches, and then he can move himself. We haven't seen that one before. And you can power recharge. So just like Venom, he can draw until you have 3 cards in your hand with a heroic action instead of a punch like Venom had. a double punch, which it seems like he has a second one of those, a double heroic. So he has one of those in the deck, and a punch and a move, which we've seen everybody have one of. So he has the regeneration. He can give away punches. He can give away the movement. So once again, a team player, not as flexible as Captain America, who has more heroic actions and gives away wild cards. But if you don't need that many heroic actions, you want somebody that kind of gives things away, Iron Man's a good choice. We'll take a look at Black Widow next. She's going to have a double punch, which we've seen every character have, a move, and a heroic. Okay, we're starting to see that a little bit more. Then her wild card, which everybody has, and the double wild that everybody has. So look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. But she can move the deck around a little bit. So that Master Plan deck is going to be the bad guy deck. So she can take a look at, oh, we don't want that to come out now, and put it on the bottom with a punch. When she can interrogate, so you can have two of those in her deck, three of those in her deck, very unique. A move and punch, which we've seen other people have. A double heroic. So you're looking at that. A move and a heroic, so she has one of those, like Iron Man did. Just a move and just a punch. So I think the value in her is going to come from looking at the top of the deck. It's going to be her interrogate card. She's going to be really good if you want something not to come out or something might hurt you. She's going to be able to look at that. So I think that's really where she's going to come from, which may make her more of an advanced character, I think. Somebody who knows the deck, knows what doesn't want to come out, and can utilize that. And those are kind of playing into her character of being a spy, right? So that's kind of neat that can come in. Everything else is rather generic. I think you can get that from other players. But that interrogate card will be very nice if you like to plan ahead. So we're going to look at Ant-Man. Now, Ant-Man is somebody people have played with and have really liked in my group. So you have his double wild card, which everybody has, a single heroic, and a double heroic, which is really nice, right? He's got the Quantum Leap. Swap this card with any other face-up cards in your storyline. That's particularly important because if you have played your double wild, you can play this card and get the double wild back in your hand. Very, 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 very handy card to have. And this makes Ant-Man very, very good. He's going to have a move. He's going to have his wild. He's going to have a shrink on his wild. So shrink, you cannot take any damage at the beginning of your next turn. So if he's getting ready to die, shrink down. Use that wild. Let somebody utilize that. So he has a power on his that others don't. Punch, another wild, which is fantastic, right? Heroic and a punch. You don't see that combination very much. We saw that earlier with Venom, but I don't think we've seen it since. Okay, so now he can grow. He can move, then triple punch against a single target. Very good against the final boss. I like this. Anybody, when you're trying to put that final boss away, he can grow, get really big, hit him really hard, and then move again. A double heroic that you're going to see, and then a move and a heroic. Gonna be very honest, Ant-Man is one of my favorite players to play. I think he's very, very strong. He has a double, single wild. He's got that heroic where he's really good against the final boss, or any of the people that you want to crossbones, any of these guys you want to punch, but particularly the final boss, I like to save that for. So he's a very good one. And then the last one that we're going to see is Captain Marvel. She's going to have a photon blast. She's really good at hitting. And particularly what's interesting about her is she can hit adjacently. And you're going to have a couple of these in the deck. Let's see. Yeah, there's three of these in the deck. So she doesn't actually have to move to that location. She can get set up somewhere and just photon blast next to her and then one where she's at. So that's very unique and very powerful. She's going to have her single wild that all the players have. A double punch. So she's starting to look like the Hulk. Another single wild, which is nice. A movement, a double heroic, she's got one of those. A double wild, which is nice. Another double punch, a double move. So she can get around the board pretty easily. Sometimes you're going to want somebody to get around the board and start doing things. And a move and a heroic. So she can be a pretty powerful character if you need a fighter. I tend to like the Hulk a little bit better against Taskmaster because he can do that one thing where he can clear the whole board out, which is what you need to do with Taskmaster. I don't know if you can win Taskmaster without the Hulk. I feel like he's needed. But Captain Marvel being able to punch adjacent is a really good one. Ant-Man's a really strong character too. So as you can see, they all kind of have their pros and cons about what you'd want to play.